Welcome fellow Airsoft players and enthusiasts, channel host Marshmallow. And in this series we are going to be tackling the Krytac LMG, more specifically the upgrades that we're going to put into it. This will be a multi-part series, but a great one nonetheless, so stick around. Alright, so at this point, before I move on to assembling the entire Krytac back to one, there's a couple small exterior modifications / additions that I wanted to make, and it kind of made sense to go ahead and do it now before everything got together and was kind of a little bit of a pain. The one thing you'll notice with the upper is it's got the M-loc rail system, which is kind of the newer style, but I want to be able to make different attachments. The only actual style rail that you'd be able to do is right through here. Now you can buy m-lok specific attachments, but I want to be able to interchange some stuff from my other AG to here. So what I did is I ordered some of these little conversion rails, so to speak. These aren't the heavy duty metal feels to them. They're kind of a heavy polymer, but I think they'll work just fine. And I'm going to put one on each side. One of the main little additions you'll see is the grip that I have that's also a tripod, to where when I either have a flat surface that I can use for when I'm holding down fire, or if I just go to prone. What's nice is that this just easily locks back into place, and then via this little trigger, boom, right to where I need to be. So it'll make it nice so it's not in the way nearly as much. Time will tell how good of a quality that is or not. Also, I'm going to be putting on these little D-ring attachments for slings and so forth, and these are M-lok style as well, so I'll be able to set that right to there. I think I'm just going to put one on the side here. Again, I haven't run this yet, so I'll see as I need to adapt that. Also, what I do plan to do is put on the black color flash suppressor. Now, given the state that I'm in, you need to have some type of orange tip or a couple other colors, otherwise they consider it a real firearm. So what my plan is I'll just be able to make this to where I can get that off easily when I get to the field that I'm going to play or event, to be able to put this on, and then in transportation to and from, I'll just leave the orange tip on there. But I'll show you how we're going to do that. I think what I'll do first is work on the flash hider. Get all these little things out of the way. Now, there's a couple things to take note. One is both on the orange tip and here, hopefully you can see it right here, there's this little screw. And the one, at least on stock, was a T6, I believe. Or, yes, a T6. I'm thinking it will work here too. We're going to find out. Yep, looks like we're good to go. First with this, it's when they come on, is they've got like a glue in them, so we're going to have to get that off some way. There's multiple different ways you can do this. Some people use a hair dryer. I am at least fortunate enough to have an actual heat gun, so that is what I'm going to do. Now, to be able to get to this, the little screw here, I've already loosened it up. I can just take this right off. I don't need to totally disassemble the upper, which is nice. And then here is that screw, which I will go ahead and loosen up now. I'm going to go ahead, and this happens to have 3 sides of cool, low, and high. I'm going to use the low setting because I don't want to melt the plastic. I just want to get that glue itself heated up. Now, before we get into that, if you can hit the subscribe button, hit the like, leave your comments. They're important to me. It helps give me some good feedback on things that I can improve or things that you all liked. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Voila, that tip has now been successfully removed. Alright, let's go ahead and get the other flash suppressor / hider. Alright, so now we've got the black flash suppressor put on there. Okay, now I just need to put this bad boy back on here. First thing I want to do is put the upper rail on, because I think that'll be the easiest to work with. When I bought this, I bought it as a set off Amazon. I can put the link, and there's a couple different sizes, as you can see. And I believe, unless my eyes are playing tricks, it's the longest rail. It should be, I think, a 12-inch. But this is what will be going on the top. So later on I can put like my run cam and all these other things. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get the top rail attached to the top of our upper. Now, one thing I am going to do here with these to help with the mounting process is I'm going to put some Loctite on here. So then that way when we get them set in, they will not come loose on me. But real quick, what you end up doing, I'm going to have to lay it down to try to do it, but these, what they'll do is these little keys will sit right inside here and then slide right down through. It's kind of a weird angle that you got to do them at, but basically this should just slide. So like right there, so how they just slid right through. That's what you need to do, and then it rides forward and it gets locked into place. But the top one has now been installed. It was not easy, not gonna lie, but just got to play around with it a little bit and get to the point where you end up getting the screws tightened down. For now, next one I'm going to do is on the bottom setup. The smallest one that I have right here, this looks like this will work just fine. So now the ergonomically, where I think I'm going to want this is, I tend to usually like to hold around there, so I'm going to try to put this to the furthest back setting that it'll go. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that. Alright, so now the bottom one has been attached for the grip / bipod. I'm going to work on the, what I'm going to consider the left side of the upper, and over here I don't plan on putting very much attachments at all, except for the little D-ring, which I'm going to put here. Get this bad boy off. I'm going to set this one right here. Oh, that's going to be set towards the front, and I'm thinking that probably this will fit. Yep, so this one will fit here, and that will fit there. So I will go ahead and make those attachments. Alright, the side rail and the attachment for my sling have now been put on, so that will fit just like that. And one last one I need to put on is on the other side over here. And considering I still have the longest of the two left over, that one I'm going to put right in there to complete that, and then that way I will have those set. Alright, so the last rail has been attached on what I'm calling the right side. So now we have on all four of those sides a rail mounting system for the exterior attachments. One thing to make note is in the front, just above the flash suppressor there, you do have a small rail here for an external front sight post. And it's nice that it's kind of down a little bit, so it could be somewhat flat with all of that. But for now, that is all set and good to go, and we can continue the assembling process.